I didn't know how hard it would be to vlog in public. I kind of feel embarrassed. Hi, I'm Avi. You may know me from such famous videos as the spaghetti tutorial. Yep, that's me. Well, at least before the accident, but we'll get to that later. Today was the best day of any middle school year, the Oaks Park field trip. Middle school kids from all over PPS coalesce into one small amusement park and become one with their inner demons. For me though, it was sadly the last time I'd get to go. Tomorrow, I would no longer be in middle school. I decided that I would try and cherish my second to last day as an 8th grader by documenting it and ruining any real human interaction. Speaking of human interaction, meet my props. Willem, a young flexer who had to work, nay, play hard for his massive fortune. Emma, a 5-year-old who won't stop following us around. Max, a hardcore gamer who used to be a pro, but is now living on the street after he permanently broke both of his thumbs. Kevin. Nico, my oregano dealer, who I rescued from an ancient Aztec cornfield. And Jesse, who makes psychedelic drugs in his backyard using mostly dogs and olive oil. I have a voodoo doll for each and every one of them, and I hold them all very dear in my heart. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. All the kids from my school, Creston Juvenile Detention Facility, or STJDF for short, clambered onto the yellow school bus, eager for their first day in the sun after 2 months. The Creston kids, me included, and expected this day to be special. But it wasn't just that, it was especially special. That it kind of sucked.
Yo, how much fun have you had at Oaks Park?
Are you talking about like
not very much.
Are you talking about strictly amusement park?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fat zero.
Kind of sucks because everything is either like really expensive, so it's like $10 for a roller coaster, or $10 for go-kart, or the line's so fucking long.
Me and my jolly band of fools didn't know that upon arrival though, so we tried to do anything.
Well, no, okay, so we're gonna be on the ride for like such a short time. Yeah, I guess just do it to do it because. Yeah, that's not.
Willem and I, after many minutes of long and hard thought, had settled on the new roller coaster, the only concern being its expensive price. Willem reassured me that was merely a small trifle, and I pretended to understand him. I had pumped myself up for the behemoth ride, even purchased tickets, but as I approached it, my nerves got to me, and I bailed.
I think, actually,
My urge to do a ride didn't go away, so I decided to do one that was more my speed. Once I was on, I realized how wrong I was to think I could handle such an extreme ride. Oh my god! No, it's going around a second time! The paralyzing fear of my last day in this beautiful vessel shook me to the core after I turned that bend. The chemical override of any rational thought was too much for my frail body to handle. I passed out. And yes, I did see heaven. And no, I will never be granted access. There was another side effect to my NDE. I realized there was an opportunity to escape from the nameless horrors that run Creston Juvenile Detention Facility. I gathered all mon amis, and we ran. We ran so far away. We just ran. We ran all night and day. We managed to find a safe location to hide out. Dave and Buster's at the Clackamas Mall. Unfortunately, we were discovered almost immediately due to the fact that the special 8th grade party was planned for that location. We decided to make the best of the situation and still enjoy ourselves.
Nothing but net. shit. This is only plastic. Okay. But congrats, though.
Oh, it fell over. That's not fair, dude.
Well, where'd you get the ice?
From the ice machine.
Ollie, get this. Don't. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna squirt it on the table. Why do you want me to get a shot of you squirting ketchup on pizza?
It already has ketchup or like tomato.
What?
Bro, look inside. That's just all tomato. Why do you?
All the hot flies are hella super delicious. You know, the Vegas goal time in Mark Andre Fleury?
Wait, is he the one singing
If the
that?
puck bounces off the post, then he says, like he rubs the post and he talks to it.
What does he say to the post?
I don't know what it is.
Willem is the son of an immensely wealthy soon-to-be hockey star. You may have heard of him. Just a little guy called LeBron James.
I am.
This is why America is going to war with the 7 exoplanets. Max and Nico's rivalry showed itself again that night, and Max maintained his winning score. It was now 10-5.
Goes around the kazoo. Oh my god. These glasses allow me to go invisible. You can't fucking see me, dude. Where the fuck did I go? Ooh. Yeah. I also got a theme song. Wait, hold on. Hey, you see this right here? Hey, don't disrespect my chain, man. Yo. Now we in the hood, we gotta add a word for this.
That's right, don't disrespect my chain. If you do, I'll start crying, and I won't stop until you apologize. It'll make you deeply uncomfortable.
It's gonna be like, wait, is it carbonating?
Yeah, that is.
Oh, Max, move your shoulder,
There's still
dude.
one left.
Needed some carbonation.
Is it taste? Wait, what flavor were those?
Shit is in there.
Oh, there's Coke.
There's actually just so much shit. What the?
It's just full of it.
Nico gave into his crippling addiction to every drug, and began to create what he can only describe as sweet, sweet ambrosia, nectar of the gods.
It's clear. It's clear now. You need to see.
I don't know about
What the hell? It's iced tea. How's it taste?
We all took turns consuming the devil's tincture.
How's it taste?
I need a straw.
That's good.
Wait, let me taste this. Dude. Come on, dude. You gotta let me
Get a
taste
little bit of
it.
the orange too.
Yeah,
Just taste the orange soda.
wait till it completely dissolves them. You're drinking so long, dude.
Stop.
Let me fucking stop. Oh, what the fuck?
So good.
It's just a film,
It
it's Sean.
actually tastes
Holy shit.
Once the liquid passed through my lips, the drug hit. I experienced 5 seconds of pure euphoria before I blacked out.
Oh, that tastes so weird. That's gross. It's not good.
Taste the orange.
Because there's
I came to the next day at my local Starbucks. According to Emma, who physically can't be in the same room as a drug due to her 5-year sentence, Willem, Max, and I stole a car from the Clackamas Mall parking lot, rode it through the area of collapsed space and time at the Taco Bell drive-thru, and reappeared the next day outside the Starbucks. We were possessed by a great thirst, so we both ordered a drink. When I asked Emma how she knew this, she only responded with, "The files."
Emma had a her-sized lemonade.
Fuck you.
What did you get?
Lemonade. That's me.
Got like a.
Yeah.
I got a lot of words.
While I was enjoying my triple mocha frappuccino, I realized that today was my 8th grade promotion. I needed to get suited up and ready, so I began to run home. My friends followed, but Emma's stubby legs couldn't keep up, and she was left behind. Yes, that is my seat. It's a tradition to show off our patriotism in my family. If you don't like it, well, then I can respect your opinion and agree to disagree. Ah, the 8th grade promotion ceremony. It was my time to do a speech. My nerves were shaking and my hands were high. I walked out onto the stage and... Hello everybody. Good evening. Today I want to talk about my 9 years at Creston School. Creston is kind of like a broken dog. Maybe a leg doesn't work or has to be fed through a tube. Either way, it's my broken dog, and I kind of love it. Initially, I was looking at my situation from a negative perspective. I still wanted to do a speech, but I was having a hard time thinking of ideas. One night, while I was laying in my bed, half asleep and thinking of speech concepts, I had a revelation. My perspective on Creston did a 180. Well, maybe more of a 120, but my view on this school became so much more positive. I stopped thinking about the quality and started thinking about how much fun I'd had. Lying there, staring at my darkly lit ceiling fan going round and round, like the wheels of a bus, I remembered all of the fun experiences I'd had, and all of the funny situations I'd been in or witnessed. I remembered how nice and helpful the teachers were, and that sadly some of them are no longer at this school. I want to thank Creston for my education, but more importantly, I want to thank Creston for something you might not be able to get anywhere else. A good story. Right now, I live in a small chunk of the universe, and I have my tiny, week-old slice. I love my slice, though, and I am excited to expand it next year. Just remember, Creston, you got my slice to the size it is right now, and that you are not trash. You are Velveeta cheese dip. Let's hear a round of applause for Creston. Maybe it wasn't the time of my life, but it was a time of my life. Yes, it's true that my school is not the highest quality, and yes, it's also underfunded and poor, and of course a school like that should never be a K-8. And 100% I'm happy that I never have to go back there again, but I can still remember so many moments at that school that made me who I am. That school is full of crazy and fun experiences. Like that time our principal was silenced for knowing too much, and I doubt anything like it will ever happen at my next school. As I enter my summer freedom period, I can reflect on my dark and troubled past, and move forwards towards a bigger and better juvenile detention center.
Okay. Yeah. First time trying helium. Pretty nice. Yo, you wanna?
Where is it?
Just like breathe into like the hole there.